Today we are marking Global Accessibility Awareness Day with a blind campaigner. Claire Sisk is here. She's in the kitchen making us some delicious chicken and tomato pasta. That's in just a moment.
It's nice smell.
Kitchen is already starting to smell delicious. Hopefully you notice the difference in the ads that have just been on. It's all part of Global Accessibility Awareness Day. And here in the kitchen, we're joined by Claire Sisk, who is going to be showing us the amazing technology that can help you if you're a visually impaired cook.
That's great.
Having a right old natter over here.
Sorry, we're talking daughters in uni and lawyers.
People moving out.
Yeah.
Now then, for people with visual impairments, cooking can cause a whole range of challenges, but a growing number of services, guides and technologies can help make the kitchen a safe and accessible space. So we're joined by Claire Sisk, who is demonstrating a few of those for us, all while cooking up some delicious pasta. Hi, Claire. Lovely to have you with us today. So your visual impairment, can you explain a little bit about what it is and how it affects you?
So I've got retinal dystrophy, and that has killed all my core cells. I've got no central vision and I've got a limited amount of peripheral vision, but I can't see any detail. I can see light and contrast and colours.
So you get a sense of us because we've got dark clothing on?
So against, like, the lights, I can see that you're there, but I could not tell you what you look like.
Which might be a thing for better.
Well, no, but what they would love about Claire can remember Kat from 20 years ago, so she's picturing you on SMTV.
I'm very happy about that.
She's not
very
changed.
happy. I'm very happy about it. But what we've done is we've actually put an effect on the camera, so you guys at home can kind of see.
So you get a sense of, so like you say, Claire, there's a pocket of vision on the right-hand side of the screen and a few bits and pieces on the peripheral, but not much more than that.
Yeah, and that black space, there's just nothing there.
No,
just nothing.
Nothing at all.
No.
And this developed over a period of time.
So I had a stroke in 2009, and 2013 I was registered as sight impaired, and then on the 1st of November 2017 I woke up with most of my vision gone and I was registered blind.
And so you learnt this dish because it was one of your family's favourites, right? Your daughter's favourites and stuff. So you learnt this dish knowing that my sight is going to get worse.
I would put a blindfold on and practice to listen to the sounds, because these gadgets weren't around then, which they are now, and obviously technology is amazing. I would cook by sounds and blindfold myself so that I was prepared for when this happened.
Well, can you show us some of it? And show us some of the gadgets that you use to... Because obviously being in the kitchen is dangerous.
It is, and it's scary, and getting that confidence to cook is really hard, but once you've got it, you just keep going, and it's...
The confidence grows.
Yeah, and to have this, it just helps so much, and I loved cooking, and I'm glad I found that love again by having assistive technology.
Yeah, go on then, show us.
So this is Wayne, the weighing scales.
Wayne, the weighing scales.
They've all got names, and he'll talk to me so I can weigh out my pasta.
130 grams.
It's close. I normally do 120, but
that's close enough. That's close enough.
And then we have Jeffrey the jug, so he will tell us our liquids.
Right.
But he's not the best. Sometimes he gets it wrong.
Is he a bit temperamental?
He is.
I like Jeffrey. Sounds like me.
Yeah, I was
Very easy.
We'll name it Ben the jug. And then over here, we have Thomas the talking thermometer. So I use Thomas on everything for meat, so I know I'm not going to get food poisoning.
Yeah.
And I'll just have a quick check with a talking device and ask what the temperature should be of that meat, and he'll tell me.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, no food poisoning in my house.
That's brilliant. So how do you make your pasta then? Your legendary pasta?
What I'm going to do is I put on my little Michael Jackson gloves.
Nice.
These aren't burn resistant, they're just heat resistant, but they're a little level of security for me. I'm quite clumsy. I blame it on my blindness, but it's my clumsiness. And then if we...
So you've not been in our kitchen before as well, so you're navigating a completely new space as well, Claire.
Yeah, it's different. So I can feel the heat.
Yes, for sure, it's bubbling.
And I have contrast, so I can sense there's a pot there, so we'll salt our water.
Claire, this is insanely brilliant.
We're going to and hope for the best. Yay!
Good shot.
Yeah, nice.
And you've put the colander inside the bubbling water as well.
So I'm not going to touch it because it's hot, but I would wear oven gloves and pull the colander out, and then that way I don't have to walk over to a sink with boiling water. Yeah. And anyone with dexterity problems, that's probably an easier option for them, just to lift it out.
That is just a geniusly efficient way of...
Smart.
You really are.
She is
I mean,
smart.
I don't know why I've spent years doing it the other way around.
And then I'm just frying off some onions and I add garlic. And the good thing is, so when I cook, I get all my ingredients out. I measure everything first so it's already there and I'm not stressing. And the good thing with garlic is, even if you are blind, you know when it's cooked because it goes all fragrant.
Oh, so the smell.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long. So as soon as you start smelling that, you know that that's done, which we can start smelling.
Yeah, what next?
And I'm going to add in my chopped tomatoes.
Yeah.
And this is why I like wearing the gloves, because you can sort of get that
You can
bit
still give a little touch,
Have you ever had an accident?
Yes. Yes. But many times.
What was your worst one?
I poured boiling water over my arm. I forgot there was water in the pan and thought there wasn't and yanked it off the stove and it just...
Went over you.
I had a Christmas jumper on, though, so it was thick.
Yeah. It's one of those things, though, where you make it look so easy. This is the thing.
This is
amazing.
Years of practice, though.
Amazing.
Right, and then we listen for sounds. So a lot of time when you cook, you're just eyeballing recipes.
Yeah.
I don't have that luxury, so we just hear and... can hear that.
That's enough,
squirt
yeah,
out.
the little squirt
and
out.
you can feel it as well. So that one's a
Do you think your hearing is more attuned, though, to that sort of thing? 'Cause
Yeah, you definitely.
that's how you trained it up.
Yeah, you definitely are more aware. Like, seeing isn't an option, so hearing, feeling, touching, smelling. That's the way I kind of see now. So smelling that, I'm like, that sauce is cooking.
So this was one of your daughter's favourites, but your daughter's about to leave home now.
I know. Can't cope.
And she's been to university and she's studying law.
Yep. She's graduated, so
Wow.
she's actually in her law placement now. She gets her brains from me.
I was about to say, is there nothing you can't do?
See.
Yeah.
Yeah. OK.
She's so clever.
That is brilliant,
Yeah.
Gonna add a stock cube.
So you've just whacked that in.
Yeah.
But you've not crushed that up or anything like that?
No, because it's a weird one.
Oh, is that the technical term?
Yeah.
This sounds very much like my cooking, this.
We wait for that to disintegrate, so that will simmer for a bit, and I'll add some basil in as well, which I can see is over here, because that's against a dark contrast, a light
the light,
so we can just
kitchen top.
tear some off, because that's how we get the flavour from basil, apparently.
OK.
Oh, it smells good.
You can smell it straight away, can't you?
And then we just leave that to simmer for a little bit. And then when I dish up, because I can't see how much sauce and pasta there is, I just tip everything in, mix it all together, and then serve up for everyone.
Oh, I see, so put it all in the one dish.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's just easier for me.
OK.
Amazing.
Kind of teach yourself little ways of what works for you.
And so your daughter's leaving home. Have you taught her to cook as well?
She's a really good cook. So she does live with me, but she lives at the bottom of the garden, not like a Poddington Pea or anything, but she's got her own little annex at the bottom of the garden.
But as she was growing up and your eyesight was getting worse, I mean...
She was my right-hand man.
She'd be there,
she would always come food shopping because that wasn't online back then. God, I sound old. And because she was going to uni as well, she wanted to learn how to cook, so she would always be in the kitchen with me. But it's something I've always loved, and I think when you watch your mum doing something, you love it. It's like makeup. She loves makeup as well because she's watched me do that.
Yeah, so. And also, nobody makes things like your mum does.
No, they don't.
You know, it's that thing of when you have your mum's cooking. And I bet she's tried to make it, and even hers doesn't quite taste the same.
You talked about her, which if you went shopping, she'd come with you, so she could look at it's just bubbling over there. She'd look at the ingredients or label stuff. There is some technology to help people that are visually impaired in supermarkets. Explain. I hadn't heard about this app. It's an amazing app.
There's a few. So we've got Be My Eyes, which is a volunteer service, and it's great. There's more sighted volunteers on there than there are blind users, and you literally just video call a random volunteer and you can ask them to help you. So I use that for if I'm home alone and cooking and I can't find the best before date on something, I'll get a random person and ask them to.
So if you've signed up to the app, that means that you might phone me up and go, "Hi, it's Claire. Can you help me by reading the best before date on this label?" And they just randomly will phone me through the app.
Yep, it will. You as a volunteer can enable it or disable it, so I'm not calling you when you're asleep. And it's good as well. Like I use the Underground on my own, and it's good for reading signs. But when you're not in a cellular service,
we haven't got service.
I use an app called CNAI, and that reads everything out to me. So there's lots out there, and it's only going to get better.
Yes.
It will.
So,
can we have some out of here?
Dish up.
That's lovely.
So some we made earlier.
Yeah.
as everything is on TV, right?
OK.
Colour is gorgeous.
It is, and it smells so good too.
And
It's
if it
all the
doesn't
fresh.
taste good, just lie, OK? Just to make me feel good.
We're very
Tell you
good
what,
at
you have a brilliant sense of humour as well, Claire. Absolutely brilliant. Let's go.
Got a little bit of that chicken as well.
Oh,
Is it better than the pizza?
Way better.
way better.
Way better.
Oh
The
my!
tomato's
What's your
great.
daughter's name? Jade. Oh, she's got great taste, Jade. Jade, it's great.
Claire, thank you so much
Amazing.
for coming in and doing this. Will you come back and do it again?
Absolutely.
It was a real treat to meet you and to
Give
see
me
how
a
you do it.
challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll come
Sounds
up with
like
it.
you're always up for any sort of challenge.
Any challenge.
Just amazing. How wonderful.